So thank you for loving me, and thank you for sharing him who decided to love me. He grew his hair out to make it fit with me. He listened to scary music to make people leave me alone. He's the only genuine person I've ever met besides everyone in his family. Every one of you guys. I have stuff on the way. I'm sending everything. My entire life has changed because of one day. And Joe, someday I will play with you. But I'm not good. And I have a bad voice. Your son had a beautiful voice. And I loved it. And I think that picture and what you gave me is the only thing that I have ever earned in my entire life. And I'm eternally grateful. I love you all. I love my mom. I love my girlfriend. She's my life and my wife. I always thought that Jess left me alone because he hated me for some reason. I don't know. I loved him. I always fought for his attention. For some reason, he thought I was cool. He saved my life more times than I can admit. The time I was in the hospital was the only time where I was somewhat successful at what I did. The times before that were all failed attempts every year on both anniversaries. And now I'm an uncle to the most beautiful people I've ever seen, and a son to wonderful people who open their arms to me and my girlfriend, wife, love, mate. It's my mate. I'm a penguin. I'll die whenever I'm gone. He was my mate. Well, I wish I could have loved him that way, but I always thought he hated me, and that's why he stopped, and that's how we lost contact. But in actuality, he saw that I was happy and backed away. He no longer had to guard me. Because he knew I was okay. I just wish he wouldn't have thought that he was a burden to me in any way, shape, or form. I don't really remember much during the 8 years since then. But yesterday, I believe, whatever day it was, I found out I had a family that knew me. You all knew me, which means he talked about me. I never thought that your son was a savant, which is to say that he was like Mozart. He was born a genius. He could have done anything he decided to do, and he decided to save a weird autistic kid. And he did. And I always joked, saying, none of you can die before me, about people that I thought were my friends. And then I said, except you to him, because I want all your stuff. Joking. And that is my biggest regret. Because that's what happened. I lost the one that meant the most. I don't know if this helps you guys, but you saved me so much. If I could have all of you singing that hallelujah and Joe just play any of that Tears in Heaven. I was sitting over here mourning a brother, and I don't know how you mourn your son, but it seems like you guys figured out more about it. Your son was not a devil, but I mean, yes, we like music that talked about that because there was people around us who were causing us to do things. Everything was forced onto us, or forced onto me, and Just chose to be my guardian. He was like, I will find everything. He would bring things that he knew I would like, such as Syd Barrett's CDs, the original founder of Pink Floyd, because Sid lost his mind, and Josh knew I was going to at some point. But he kept me sane, and now having a little, she's not very little, having a girl version of Josh smile at me and play music for me, sing for me, give me a hug, all of them, all of I just, I am forever grateful. And anytime you guys want me down there, I know that a lot of this is sad, but this is me being able to talk to him in the only way I can. And I want everyone to know how much I loved him. I wish a lot of things. I always said I'd never go back and change anything in time. That is a lie now. And I had truly lost hope in everything. But if you guys believe that that is a way for me to see him again, and I'm willing to give it another chance. I'm not willing to go back to a church because I was alienated by them, by trying to help someone who did not care about me. The one that cared about me had already backed up. That's what's so crazy, is that he chose to do that. I don't know why. I've always messed up. I've never been good at anything. I think just saw something in me that I'm not sure what he saw in me. I'd like to show what I earned tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to. I'm going to I have a studio set up in my room now. I'm systematically getting rid of everything that is not music, art, or some sort of stimulus that reminds me of him. And just so you know, the reason why I went there to try to get some sort of closure, and I did, but it opened a much better book. And when I got back, waiting in the mail for me was a DVD from Greece of the band Arcturus I was talking about. And I had only ever watched this with your son. And I watched it with Marine Duvall Gillette, who he knew made me happy. I only wish that he would have seen my mom with Chuck Joy, because he makes her happy. He does not. I'm not sure anyone understands mine and Josh's music, because we wanted it to be something that no one would understand. Josh could have written a pop hit in an instant. That's the part of the savant. They don't care about that. He cared about music. I'm gonna try to sing one later tonight. One of his favorite songs. And, or his favorite songs that I listen to him with. This is all just the Josh that I knew. I am not quite sure what happened after that, because he stepped back, unlike the rest of my friends who called me a traitor for doing that. Josh never once. He did nothing but embrace it. And I'd like to show you guys. Chad, wake up. Wake up. Wake up, buddy. This is Jedi. Or as Josh said when he first saw him, that's no Jedi. That's a Darth Noodle if I ever saw one. Meow meow. This is the last. Her and my bird Bo are the last two things. And a dog. My dog. Stinky. Her name's Storm. It's Danielle's dog. I'm taking care of it because I need an animal. Because obviously I talk to myself constantly. That's Meow Meow. Her and Bo and Storm. Bo is my bird. You'll see him someday. They're the only things I have left that are connected with Josh. This is Wolverine's daughter. Josh knew Wolverine pretty good. My other cat. He knew Allie very well. And I know he would be sad about that. I don't really know what else to say right now. I'm planning on getting a mask, perhaps, in order to be able to maybe look at you guys. And I know that sounds crazy, but I have worn a mask my entire life. And when I walked in, I didn't have to put it on. So I want a physical manifestation of something that metaphysically has been happening with me for a long time. I was seeking approval from everyone, not knowing that besides Marine and my mom, my biggest fan was always